Oh, wow. The volcano looks like it's going to be shooting towards the east.
Yeah, yeah. And once we start getting color in here, it'll probably help it a little bit. But
True. Very true. It's pretty cool. Like, the whole interest in maps, and my interest in maps is also like, it stems from the fact that I'm very, very good at Google Maps, really.
yeah,
But like, I also like maps, and I used to also know a lot about every country's capital city and things like that.
uh-huh.
But I forgot not most, some of them. I forgot. So maps are important.
Have you ever
Life.
played that? I think there's a game online. I can't remember what it's called, but it basically takes Google Maps and it places you in Street View somewhere in the world, and you have to guess where you are just from the one view that you can rotate 360, but like that's all you get. So you could be placed, in Sweden or in like South Africa or something, and then you get points based on how close you are to where the actual.
I've played that game. That game's a lot of fun. I forget what it's called. I'm trying to think, but it's like they drop you off somewhere randomly in the in the map, and then you have to like guess where you are based on like reading street addresses and just moving around.
Right.
Yeah. Locations.
It's pretty cool.
It's cool.
I never played that game, to be honest. I should. Maybe one day we'll do that.
Do you play board games, Graham?
Yeah, I do enjoy
Catan. Yeah. Those are the maps I like the most, like board game maps, like Catan I'm thinking of, or like Risk. Those
Absolutely.
are like maps, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess one dream of mine would be to one day be able to draw a map for a board game, whether it's a board game I come up with or somebody else's. But that would be really cool. Yeah, I think that's part of my inspirations from board games, and then part of it probably comes from a little bit from Game of Thrones and things like that.
Game of Thrones map, my man.
So I've got probably enough of the lines going here, so I can kind of start adding color. So the Magic Wand tool is a friend of yours in Photoshop, so you can kind of highlight the land versus the water and help separate those out. But
So Game of Thrones, Like how do you like the last season?
I do have opinions on that. Yeah, I think it was fine. They just rushed it, and so some of the character turns seemed like they weren't realistic, even though I feel like the things that occurred made sense if you just looked at them as a list of things that happened. But the fact that it would happen so quickly without a lot of character exposition, it made it feel very rushed. And so I think like the turn for Daenerys was a little bit hard to felt like jarring, even though considering what happened to her, it would make sense. But yeah, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree with you. But like, to me, it's just there was a lot of stuff that happened that I was just like, how? Like, how can Bran be king of the Seven Kingdoms when every season he's like, I'm the three-eyed raven, can't be lord of anything, can't be lord of Winterfell.
At the end of the day, I don't think, for me personally, I didn't really care who became king, even though it's called Game of Thrones. It's like, it was all the journey they got you there, right? That was more
pretty much,
more exciting.
Yeah. Favorite character?
Ooh, it's probably, I mean, Tyrion is an somewhat, I feel like, an easy answer, but I like Bronn a lot.
Bronn.
Not Bran, but Bronn.
Bronn is
right. Oh, and then Torvald, his
I love Tormund. Tormund's my favorite.
Also
Jon Snow's my favorite. He's a good old guy.
Well, yeah, I have to like Jon Snow because my last name is Snow, so I can't really get away from.
We have a Snow on the show.
Yeah.
Graham Snow.
A bastard of the North. And I am from the Northeast.
Where are you from, Graham?
So I guess I was born in the UK in London, but I grew up in the northeast of the US. So I'm from Connecticut, really, is where I grew up. So I'm familiar most with northeastern United States, and now I've lived in Texas for about 5 years. So
All right.